Recalls the case of the people versus Chance Adkins. Counsel, state your appearances, please.
Cheryl Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the people.
Thank you for your patience. Brown. All right, Mr. Brown, have you had
Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Atkins.
all right, have you had an opportunity to talk with your client regarding the text message?
Yes, in the breakout room, I read them to him.
And again, I will indicate that when the court initially set the bond in this matter, I was not in possession. So is there anything he wants to say regarding this? Because I'm certainly reconsidering his bond in light of this. And Mr. Brown, I will direct your attention. I mean, I don't even get out the first page of this, but the language he uses regarding her, okay, that's his business. But then, since this is indeed a matter regarding child support, he's talking about quitting his job and you won't get anything. Well, actually, he says won't get shed. When I'll work at Taco Bell, see how you like 50 a week instead. And then again, he was basically talking about, I'm presuming the child not getting anything. He goes through that. But then the other part that concerns me, wow, there's another part that concerns me where he talks about that he had made over $100 grand last year and spent all the money. Again, this being an issue of not a failure to pay child support. And then he also then makes a statement, which is really, quite frankly, one of the most alarming when one is setting bond. And had I known at the time, we wouldn't even be having a discussion regarding the changing of his bond. He just says at the end, because now you get no child support because I'm leaving. So those are the points that cause this court grave concerns regarding this defendant's release.
Your Honor, I shared them with him. He denies making these messages to her.
Agreed.
He simply denies it. I tried to check the booking information at the jail, any of them, the timeline for any of them. And I looked through the file. I noticed that there were 6 payments made in 2020, September 24th, 2020 for $198. July 17th, $198. July 9th, $399.78. June 18th, $399.78. June 3rd, $399.78. And 5/20, $399.78. All, but at some point he was working and then he wasn't, and they took his money. So what I'm getting at is he denies threatening her. Some of this is commentary on the deterioration of their relationship as a couple, and there's bitterness obviously involved, but he's denying that he made these messages, and he has no intent to leave. As I told you this morning, he has 2 jobs lined up.
Thank you, Captain.
And he's got to come up with $1,700 by the timeline you gave him, and then pay $500 a week. So
Mr. Brown, my problem is I have an individual who apparently is very angry that somebody is demanding on behalf of the children of their relationship payment. He has obviously not made payment for some. It says here, I'm leaving.
And Your Honor, if I may, the
Yes.
child support statute's very clear that the bond should be set at 25% cash only of the arrearage. I understand that this morning the court found good cause to deviate from that, but now looking at these messages and taking everything into account, the payments that Mr. Brown was just stating were from unemployment, which the state gave liberally to everybody during the pandemic. So that's why we got some payments in 2020, not because he was working or making payments. He probably was working under the table because he admitted he made $100,000.
Where did that come from, working under the table? You got proof of that?
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
said he was
admitting
making
that he makes $100,000, and I don't think that's what his tax
I haven't
returns
seen
case-
the returns though.
Nope, I haven't either, but he was collecting unemployment when he claims he made $100,000. So, Your Honor,
You said
just
he
as
was
you
working
stated,
under the table. You got
Mr. Brown, I didn't
Mr.
interrupt
Brown.
you, sir. I didn't interrupt you.
I didn't hear you.
I did not interrupt you when you were speaking. So, Your Honor, the victim does indicate a history of family violence, which, you know, we can take for what it's worth, but looking at the way he does speak to her, the fact that he says he's leaving, the fact that he hasn't been making payments, and the fact that the statute specifically states it should be set at 25% cash only, I'd ask that you place the bond pursuant to the statute at 25%. He owes just over $18,000 at this point, so it should be $4,500 cash only.
Well, hold it. The amount's gone up from the complaint because
It's gone up because he's continued to not pay. He has a monthly obligation of $662 a month. So as of today, it's $18,219.36.
18,219.36.
Correct.
Your Honor, if I'm
So, well, hold on a moment. So this complaint,
Did you see the text, Your Honor, where he says he has $2,000 and a job lined up and she better, you know, help him get this worked out?
I did.
Okay. All right.
I didn't send a text. I wasn't able to. I wasn't. Your Honor, I did not send these text messages. If I'm given a chance, I will do exactly what I said. I want to make things right. I can't do anything from in here, and I want to make things right. I love my children. And I will do exactly
here's the problem.
what I promised you, sir.
Pardon?
I will do exactly what I agreed to and I promised, sir. I did not send those text messages. I can download the PDF file of T-Mobile, and I can make it look like any number or any text message. And we're talking about a message from a year ago, sir.
Now, what you want to do, if you want to have a hearing on it, I'll have a hearing on it.
No, I just
I'm
want
asking for the explanation, but I think the prosecutor's right. I deviated from that, gave you a way to work, and was hoping that what would happen is that the 43 that we had before, not the 45, but the 43.
Sir,
I think,
just give me a chance. Just give me a
do
chance.
you just want to interrupt me? If you want to interrupt me, I'm going to let you go. Because then I'm going to have my say. No, go ahead, please. I want you to say everything you got to say. Go ahead. You keep interrupting me. Say what you have to say, and then I will say what I have to say.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. No, sir. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I'll wait. You decide. If you want to say something, say something.
This is not good.
I promise I'll do what you asked me earlier. That's all I wanted to say, sir. Just give me a chance and I will pay this money back on the timeline we agreed. That's all I want to say, sir. I promise you.
Madam AG, those payments that were made in 2021, those were taken right out of his support because that was done before he would even get hands on it. Those weren't voluntary payments.
That's correct, Your Honor. They were taken from his unemployment. They were garnished from his unemployment.
I mean, I think the problem here is that when I look at these texts, at these messages, and he's claiming that they're not that she's making them up. I don't know why. Including the one about the broken arm. You're telling me she's made that one up too?
Me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're telling me these are made up.
Sir, I've never even got that message. I don't even know about that message.
Okay, sir. Let me ask you this. Are you telling this court, Mr. Brown has read you the messages, so he's indicated that. Are you telling me that you never sent these?
I'm telling you, I never sent those messages, sir.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Because, and Mr. Brown will tell you, the one thing that you don't want to do with me ever, is lie to me. Ever.
I'm not lying to you.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you that.
The victim had emailed us, Your Honor, and indicated she also got a voicemail from the jail from the defendant that she wasn't able to send us, but just to make you aware, he had also called her.
I think that was before the no contact.
Was she intimating that there were threats of any type or anything said?
She didn't say that. She said she sent us all these screenshots, and she said, and if you'd like to listen to the voicemail from the jail, I can send you a link and you can put in the digits of my phone number and you can listen to it. She said you can call me if you have any questions. So she did give us a phone number if you have questions for her. I don't know if there's any lingering questions for you, Your Honor. I just thought I'd provide you all the information that I have.
I got you. Thank you.
The night that I was booked in, Your Honor, the night that I was booked in, I did make a phone call, and I did call her to let her know that I was waiting for my 2 stimulus checks, my second and my third to come in, that I would sign those over to her if we could just work something out.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you telling me you just kind of said it that way? Because I can get the recording.
No.
So I just want to make sure what you're telling me.
No, I don't understand.
Did you threaten her in any way?
No,
Did you say it?
No, not at all, sir. No,
So you said it you said what you said just as calmly as what you said to me just now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just told her I had my 2 stimulus checks and that I just got a job, a $30,000 job in Saline to renovate an old Victorian house. Please do not leave me in here. Please, let's work something out. Sir, I just want to make things right. I'm not trying to dodge or duck. Just give me a chance to make things right, and I will. My hand to God on my children, on everything. I just got things going. I can do this. I can make everything right. I can't do it from in here. I'm just asking you to give me a shot to prove myself. I will not let the court down or my children down. Believe me, they told me about you when you said you will send people to come get you. The jailers here told me, Judge Simpson don't play. So just give me a chance, sir. All of it was coming out of I'm a union carpenter. Okay? I did 4 years in school, got my journeyman's license. Just please let me prove myself. That's all I ask, and give me a shot. Monitor me as close as you need to. I'll do whatever you need to. I just want to get on with my life and pay this down. That's all I want to do. I just need someone to hear me.
You want somebody to hear you.
Thank you.
They'll hear you at some point, and I'll listen to you. Maybe probably a little bit better than your kids had to listen when they had to be without at some point. That being neither here nor there. What I will indicate is, however, court, after viewing this, after hearing from the defendant, I'm reversing my decision. I don't see a reason at this point to depart from the 25% threshold and give the defendant the opportunity that I was under the impression that, and a misimpression, quite frankly, of what he would do and what he could do. Because I will say this also, and I'm glad the Madam AG is here to clarify how those payments were made, because those payments were not voluntary payments. They made it sound this morning as though there were voluntary payments, and it was basically all he could do at the moment. They weren't voluntary payments. They came out of checks. Here he goes, interrupting me again. The bond amount will be reset at the $44,223 cash only payment. That payment will be made on to the front of the court on case number 2016001677EM. That will be the defendant's bond. Is the previous PR bond that I had issued this morning, and the mechanism for doing that is canceled. The no contact that I issued this morning will remain in effect. And I will indicate, since the defendant is disputing these and I'm making it based upon what is now before me, I set his preliminary examination for January 13th, 2022 at 9 a.m. I will also at that time set a bond hearing if he wishes to have a bond hearing regarding the authenticity of these text messages, as well as he can examine his phone call to her from the jail if necessary.